Something that we all need to keep in mind is that Arab-ness is not a synonym for Islamic values. This comment was left on a convert's video talking about how problematic and confusing it is for Arab countries, in this case she's specifically talking about Saudi Arabia, doing things and putting policies into place, working with other governments that are clearly Islamophobic in their policies to the Muslims in their own countries and how they deal with Muslims internationally. And something that converts need to keep in mind, and also non-Muslims if you're learning about Muslims from an interfaith perspective, is that Muslim majority countries with a Muslim government, Arab countries, or Arab people in general who have an Arab name, who speak with an Arabic accent, who speak the language Arabic, all of these things that are very much coded as, oh, someone with these qualities, a government with these qualities, must be a religious, pious person. That absolutely is not the case. Not necessarily. And within Muslim spaces, this is how we see a lot of religious abuse from scholars, as well as people who are Arab and who take advantage of their Arab-ness and use that to abuse others who, when, especially new converts, when they come into the religion, they see so much of Arab culture related to what they do see is legitimate parts of the religion of Islam, like the Arabic language. New Muslims might also feel pressure to change their name to something that is Arab, or possibly like an actually Islamic name, but an Arab name, to dress in an Arab fashion, and none of this is actually coded in like true Islamic values necessarily. Going back to the idea of Islamic or Arab governments, Saudi Arabia and so many other Arab countries that like to put on a facade of Islamic values are just as problematic as any other government. I'm American. I spend a huge part of my time online and in person criticizing the American government, and Arab countries, just like any other country, are always looking for ways to expand their economies and a lot of times pocket that money themselves. Again, being American, I am incredibly familiar with American politicians finding ways to pocket money when they are supposedly supposed to be representatives for the people. This could be a problem in Muslim spaces, especially for new converts, when there's a thought process that, oh, the most holy city and cities in Islam, Mecca and Medina, are in what is modern day Saudi Arabia. However, Saudi Arabia, the government and the country as it exists today, did not exist back in the Prophet, peace be upon him's time, and the Saudi government is in no way a representative of true Islam. If any converts are watching this, and honestly this is a good reminder for all of us who were born into the religion of Islam as well, is to never attach ourselves to an individual, whether it is a scholar, whether it is a very learned person, or a government that says they are acting in an Islamic fashion. Don't ever get so attached to them and fall under the sway of their charisma or their quote-unquote religious qualifications, or the fact that they can recite Quran, or on and on and on, and let go of our critical thinking for, is this person's actions, is the government of this country really following Islamic principles, and never letting go of our critical thinking to be able to judge accordingly. There are so many parts of the Quran and Hadith that have been left to us that show the importance of constantly keeping our critical thinking, for those who read, for those who think, for those who ponder, and to always adhere to Islamic values and not getting caught up in the bravado or the charisma that someone might have, or the show of religiosity that an individual, an institution, organization, a government can put on in order to benefit themselves.